Suppose if two vectors are parallel to each other, if p bar and q bar are parallel. So you know q bar and p bar are parallel to each other. Here angle made p bar and q bar, angle theta equal to 0 degrees. If angle theta equal to 0 degrees, you can say the resultant will be r equal to under root of cos 0. Cos 0 here is 1. Then it will be p square plus q square plus 2pq. Therefore, r equal to p plus q. If they are parallel to each other, the resultant will be p plus q, and this is we can also call it as a r max, means maximum, resultant maximum here p plus q. Similarly, when they are anti-parallel, if p bar and q bar are anti-parallel, you understand here. If they are anti-parallel in the sense, here p bar and q bar, they are in opposite directions, then theta equal to 180 degrees and cos 180 degrees is equals to minus 1. Then you have r, resultant r is equals to, we have that root over p square plus q square minus 2pq. Then you can get r equal to p minus q. So this is what we have. What it is nothing but a minimum. You can understand. Both are in the same direction, means resultant will also be in the same direction. But here both are in opposite direction, means resultant will be in which direction, means in which direction higher magnitude vector will be there, in that direction resultant will be there. Let us suppose here, you know, well, if a body is there, here 10 Newton force is applying, here 4 Newton force is applying. So which side resultant will be there? Here, you know, what is the resultant force here? 10 minus 4, it is 6 newtons. Along which side here? Along the higher magnitude side. The same manner, in this p bar minus q bar is there. Better you take p bar difference q bar, that is, resultant vector is, always should know that resultant will be along the higher magnitude side. And in this is, we can also say as a minimum, r minimum. So r minimum equal to p minus q. So if they give some ratio of vectors, let us suppose if the ratio of, example we are taking, the ratio of vectors is p by q, means two vectors we are taking, p and q. The ratio of vectors, magnitudes ratio is equals to, they given that 3 by 2, like this. Then what is the ratio of their maximum, minimum? Then ratio of their resultant maximum to resultant minimum. This is how much? Just now we discussed it. Resultant maximum means p plus q. Resultant minimum in the sense p minus q. Then the ratio of r max, resultant maxima to resultant minima, is equals to, you can write as a p plus q by p minus q. So in the ratio they given p by q, so you divide numerator and denominator with p, you will get p by q plus 1 by p by q minus 1. Then you will get 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 minus 1 means here 5 by 1 you will get. So this is the r max to r minimum. If they give, let us suppose r max by r minimum ratio if they give, and if they ask you what is p and what is q ratio, if the p by q ratio they ask you, if resultant maximum to resultant minima and R minima is given, R max to R max and R minimum is given, then the ratio of vectors P by Q you can write as a same, just you have to simplify it, then you will get R max plus R minimum by R max minus R minimum. So P by Q ratio, if you want it, if they provided you R max and R minimum, you can able to find out the ratio of P and Q, vector P and Q like this in the similar case. Now we will go to the discussion of if two vectors are parallel, anti-parallel. Now the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Next case, if two vectors perpendicular to each other, means perpendicular to each other in the sense angle between the two vectors are, let us suppose here P bar vector is there and Q bar vector is there, they are perpendicular to each other, theta equal to 90 degrees. Then the resultant, in that resultant formula we know here cos 90 is 0. So what you have here, cos 90 0 means only we have in the resultant R equal to root over P square plus Q square. So this is the resultant root over P square plus Q square. And what is the resultant direction? The resultant direction, if you want to find it out, see, this is the resultant R, and direction of this resultant, if you want to find it out, that is we are taking as alpha. According to our formula, what is the alpha value here? Tan inverse of Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. So therefore, direction of resultant alpha equal to tan inverse of Q sin 90 1 by P plus cos 90 means 0. So you will get only Q by P. This is the angle made by the resultant with P bar when the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Let us suppose, if you take one example, if F1 equal to, F1 bar is equals to 3 newtons and F2 equal to 4 newtons acting on a body, simultaneously they both two are acting and perpendicular to each other, then what is the resultant force and what is the direction of the resultant force with F1 or F2. So if the two are simultaneously acting on a body and they are acting perpendicular to each other, means a simple thing just you have to find like this. Now this is the force F1, this is the force F2, and this is the resultant force root over F1 square plus F2 square. Then this is the angle made by the resultant force alpha equal to tan inverse of here F2 by F1. So using this, you substitute here, then you will get the resultant. So F resultant will be, you will get root over 3 square plus 4 square means you will get 5 newtons, and angle alpha equal to tan inverse of, what is here F2? F2 is 4 newtons, so 4 by 3. So tan inverse 4 by 3 is nothing but here it is makes 50 degrees angle. So like this, if they are perpendicular to each other, you can able to find the resultant x direction also. Next, one of the important cases, if the resultant is perpendicular to one of the smaller magnitude of vector, then what will happen? Means what is the angle made by the vector and what is the resultant, and how to ask what kind of question like that examples. One we have examples we can discuss on that case. See, in this, if the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller magnitude of vector, let us suppose I am taking here p bar vector. I am assuming that p bar vector is a smaller magnitude. So I am writing that if resultant is perpendicular to vector of smaller magnitude, so the resultant, this is the p bar vector and this is the q bar vector, and if the resultant of this one is perpendicular to the smaller magnitude of vector, so this is the resultant. If this resultant is r, which is perpendicular to this smaller magnitude, now you can construct the parallelogram by drawing, extending this like this. This is a p bar. Now the angle, this is the angle between the two vectors, theta, and alpha. Here alpha is nothing but what is angle made by the resultant with p bar is alpha is nothing but 90 degrees. Alpha equal to 90 degrees. Then you know the angle made by the resultant with the p bar. What is the expression we have? That is alpha equal to tan inverse of q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. So if you observe that, according to this, tan alpha, we know tan alpha equal to, what is the expression we have? Q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. Here what is alpha? Alpha is the angle made by the resultant with p bar. That is what here? 90 degrees we do. So tan 90. So tan 90 in the sense here, that is infinity. Infinity, when it is there, infinity will come in the ratio when the denominator quantity is 0. So tan 90 is infinity, then it is equal to q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. So it is infinity in the sense that this denominator quantity, whatever it is there, p plus q cos theta is equal to 0. Therefore, p plus q cos theta is equals to 0. Then we can write cos theta equal to cos theta equal to what here? Minus p by q. Or else we can also define, this is if you take as a alpha, resultant makes with what? Q. Alpha beta you take. What is the tan beta here? Tan beta equal to, you can write as a magnitude of p by r, or else cos beta equal to magnitude of r by q, or else sin beta equal to, we can write as a p by q, like this. So if they give any one of these p, q or r, you can able to, if they ask you what is the angle made by the q with r, means you can use these any one of the expressions, you can determine the beta. Or else if they ask you what is the angle with the means, you can use this formula to determine that. So this is the process when they give, when the resultant is perpendicular to the vector of smaller magnitude. One example if you do, you can understand well. I have two vectors here. Let us take the forces. Simple. If two forces are there, the sum of the magnitude of two forces, let it be some 18 newtons you assume. Here one example we are solving based on this model. Given sum of the magnitude of two forces, that is means F1 plus F2 is equal to some 18 newtons, and the resultant of the magnitude of the resultant of F1 and F2 is 12 newtons, and magnitude of resultant of F1 and F2 is F1 and F2 is 12 newtons, means F resultant is 12 newtons. What the condition they given is, the resultant is perpendicular to smaller magnitude of vector, means this case given resultant is perpendicular to smaller magnitude of vector. Then what is the question here is, this is the information, sum of the vectors they given, resultant of vectors they given, and they mentioned resultant is perpendicular to the smaller magnitude of vector they mentioned. These are the 3 points they mentioned to you. Then they are asking what are the forces, means what is the individual forces F1 and F2. Then F1 and F2 is how much? This is the thing you have to find it out. Simple thing here. Individually, the magnitudes if you added, you are getting 18. And the given resultant of F1 and F2 is 12 newtons. According to our problem, here we discussed here, in this, what you observe here, F1 plus P, P means F1, here Q means F2, because I am assuming F1 is smaller vector. Then resultant means F1. Then what they given F1 in the sense, we have to find it out, F1 and F2. Resultant they given to you. What is the resultant here? 12 newtons. Okay, and sum of the vectors is 18 they given. Then according to this case, if resultant is perpendicular means what you can take it granted, cos theta equal to minus P by Q. Cos theta equal to minus P by Q means, here what is the cos theta equal to minus P by Q? If you write that, cos theta is equals to minus P by Q. Minus P by Q in the sense minus F1 by Q is F. And the given resultant is 12. What is the resultant? Fr equal to 12. Fr in the sense what is that? Root over F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. This is the value they given as 12. Then if you square it on both sides, you can eliminate this square root and this will become 12 square. Then according to this case, cos theta means what you can able to substitute here, minus F1 by F2. Then if you substitute, you will get F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta plus I am writing this here minus F1 by F2. Then what is the expression I will get? F1 square, here minus 2 F1 square, then you will get F2 square minus F1 square is equals to 144. Then you will get here F1 minus yes here 144, here F1 minus F1 square, yes here we will get minus 2 F1 square, so F2 square minus F1 square is equals to 144. Then you can write this as F2 plus F1 into F2 minus F1 equal to 144. This is the result we have from this simplification. And what information they given you observe here. The given sum of the forces is 18 Newton. Resultant is 12 Newton. From the resultant we obtained this. And they mentioned clearly sum of the forces 18 Newtons. Means in this sum of the forces you can replace it with 18. Therefore, 18 into F2 minus F1 equal to 144. Then F2 minus F1 is here 8 times it is cancelled. 8 times it is cancelled. So F2 minus F1 8 Newtons and F2 plus F1 is 18 Newtons. Then if you simplify this, you will get here 2F1 26 means F1 is 13. 2F2, F2 is 13 and F1 is 5 Newton because total summation is 18. So we have these are the individual forces. So like this you can able to find the cases are given like this. If a resultant is perpendicular means you have to follow this procedure to find the individual forces. If two vectors of equal magnitude are there, then resultant will be, if P bar, magnitude of P bar and magnitude of Q bar are equal, then the resultant will be R bar equal to root over P square plus, even in the case of Q square also P square, then 2P square cos theta, and if you simplify that it will be 2P cos theta by 2 will come, and the angle made by the resultant with this is the angle made by the resultant alpha equal to tan inverse of, you have Q sin theta by P plus Q. P plus Q means here also you will get P plus P cos theta. Then what you will get here is alpha equal to tan inverse of, if you simplify this, cancellation of P and you write sin theta by 1 plus cos theta means 2 cos square theta by 2. You will be get here tan theta by 2. So tan inverse of tan theta by 2 means alpha equal to theta by 2. Means if two vectors are magnitude wise are equal, then resultant will be 2p cos theta by 2, and the resultant how much angle it makes means it makes an angle theta by 2. For example, we can take here a vector a bar is there. It is 2i cap plus 2j cap. So you observe here the vector p and vector q, both are components are perpendicular to each other because I and j, and they are equal in magnitude, and resultant how it will be there here is it is 2 2, and resultant will be 2p cos theta by 2 in the sense you can write from this formula 2p in the sense any one vector 2 cos 45 means 1 by root 2, then it will be 2 root 2. So it is resultant will be root 2. And what is the angle? Angle what I told you here just theta by 2. Theta by 2 in the sense here 90 degrees. 90 degrees half in the sense this is the resultant makes alpha equal to 45 degrees. Like that, if two vectors are equal in magnitude, resultant you can take directly as 2p cos theta by 2, and angle is half of the angle between the two vectors. The same manner, if you want to find the difference of two vectors, what is the difference of two vectors means? We have discussed that addition of a positive vector and which you want to subtract it, that negative vector you have to add it for it. Let us take difference of two vectors you taken that is it is a vector p bar and vector q bar, the angle between the vectors. Then if this you construct the parallelogram and find the diagonal, that will give the resultant of p and q, that is summation. But we want it here, difference you want it. If you want to find the difference, what to do is just you have to be extend this in opposite direction, means the negative of q bar you have to take it. The negative of q bar is same magnitude but opposite in direction. Same magnitude in opposite direction. Then what about this angle? It will be 180 minus theta. Then if you construct the parallelogram, p bar and minus q bar, then you have to be find this resultant. This resultant will give the difference of these two vectors. Then this resultant, how can you find it out is, the resultant formula you know, just what you have to write is angle theta place, you have to replace 180 minus theta. So what is the resultant here is root over p square plus q square plus 2pq cos of, what is the angle now? 180 minus theta. Then it will be r equal to p square plus q square minus 2pq cos theta. This is the magnitude of the difference of the vectors. Means here r equal to what? Actually r bar equal to p bar minus q bar. That p bar minus q bar magnitude is this one. Next, what is the angle? What is the angle made by this? Means here same way, here minus p by q is the angle made by the vector. What is this? Theta equal to tan inverse of, what is the formula we have? Angle made by the vector with x axis, alpha equal to tan inverse of q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. This is the general formula we have. Just what changes we are making? Just angle place we are replacing with 180 minus theta. That is only you have to change it. 180 minus theta. Here 180 minus theta. Then what you will get? Tan inverse of q sin theta by, because sin 180 minus theta is sin theta only, but sin cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. This is the angle made by the resultant with p, when if you take difference of the vectors. In this, here p and q, we have different magnitudes. If the magnitudes are same, what you will get? See, already we discussed that if magnitude are same, in addition case, what you have 2p cos theta by 2. In the same manner, in this what you will get here is, if magnitudes of p and q bar are equal, then what you will get the difference is r equal to root over p square, again here p square minus 2, in place of q also I am replacing with p, then 2p square cos theta. Here you have 1 plus cos theta will come, that's why 2 cos square theta by 2 we wrote here, but here 1 minus cos theta will come, it will become 2 sin square theta by 2. So the resultant will be r equal to 2p sin theta by 2. The resultant will be 2p sin theta by 2. And angle you see, two equal vectors means angle is half of the given angle. Here angle is 180 minus theta. So angle made by the resultant is alpha equal to 180 minus theta by 2. So difference of the equal magnitude of vectors is, resultant is 2p sin theta by 2, and angle made by the vector is 180 minus theta by